Mr. Bones actually is a canon droid in one of the new books.
Yes, you know Mr. Bones.
Oh, and his name is Han Solo.
Because you only see his hand
You
from
don't
off
see his
screen.
hand.
You don't have to pay Harrison Ford
I
royalties
freaking love
for
this.
his
I'm
face.
loving this.
Hey everybody, welcome to Millennial Falcon. I'm Jenny, I'm the Millennial Falcon. The show is the Millennial Falcon. Today I have Butch Hartman with me. We're gonna talk about some of his shows. We're gonna talk about some Star Wars spin-offs. We have a lot of things to talk about. Hello, Butch.
Hey, Jenny, how are you?
I'm okay.
Cool.
Oh, how are you?
You're doing great. I'm doing great. Thank you for having me here. I'm excited to be here on the Millennial Falcon.
I'm excited too.
Very cool.
So, what justifies your presence here? Do you even like Star Wars?
Do I even like Star Wars? I am such a Star Wars fan. I'm old enough to have seen the original Star Wars, which I refuse to call A New Hope. I won't call it that. Star Wars. I saw it in the theater in 1977. I know, big time.
Yeah. So do you have a favorite Star Wars movie? It's Phantom Menace?
No, not Phantom
No.
Menace. No, Phantom Menace is probably the exact opposite of my favorite Star Wars movie.
Okay.
My favorite Star Wars movie by far is Empire Strikes Back.
And why is Phantom Menace your least favorite?
Because I waited 17 years for the next Star Wars movie, and I was just disappointed because it wasn't what I expected it to be. But Force Awakens made me feel a lot better.
That's
I felt
good.
a lot better, but I still like Empire better.
So you ended on a high note.
No. And my one question I have is, can the Empire ever build anything that can't be destroyed by like 3 X-Wing fighters? That's my only question.
No, I mean, I couldn't.
Yeah, I know.
So one fun fact that nobody at all knows about you is that you created some shows.
I did. I
You
created some
did.
cartoon shows.
Yeah, you created some cartoon shows. You created the Fairly OddParents.
That's a show. Yep. Yep.
And also Danny Phantom,
Danny
which I was a
Phantom.
huge fan of.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
I
yeah.
actually was engaged to Danny Phantom for a while.
You were?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I was. That's
didn't-
weird that he didn't
He
tell
didn't
you.
mention. No, he didn't mention
That's
that.
so strange.
Maybe he was. I don't know why he'd be
It never
embarrassed.
came up at any point?
No, not really. He met a lot of girls. He was. He might not have been the only one. Maybe that's why. Everyone's got a secret.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's upsetting news.
Sorry.
But
I'm really sorry.
anyway, since you've created some shows,
Yes.
I thought it would be interesting to talk about like if they were going to do some animated Star Wars spin-offs. What would those be like?
Right.
So I did brainstorm a few ideas.
You did?
For some Star Wars shows.
Hey, look, there's a sketch
Yeah.
pad right here. How'd that get there?
Don't be afraid. I actually
No?
don't know how it got there.
Oh.
But I was thinking since it is there, maybe we could do some sketches.
Sure.
By we, I mean you.
Oh, okay, you don't want to give it a try?
I'm not going to do any sketches.
Okay.
I could pitch some Star Wars ideas. You can give your input because I guess you kind of know about pitching shows.
A little
sort of.
bit, just a little,
bit.
yes, a
Maybe
little bit.
slightly more than me even.
No, I can't. How could I ever know more than you?
Who could quantify that? But possibly more than me.
I doubt it. I
So
really
yeah,
doubt
let's do some pitches and then you
Great.
can draw them.
Okay.
You're going to be doing most of the heavy lifting here. But
All right, I'll give it a
that's
try.
what we do here.
I'll give it a try.
So my first Star Wars spin-off pitch
Okay.
would be The Adventures of Young Kylo Ren.
Okay.
And
so I think here's what I was thinking. So when you said it, because you was your
I
idea.
just gave you ideas from
Yeah.
saying
So
that.
this will be like
Okay.
a young Kylo Ren, and maybe he has like a like 3 chipmunk pals. Yeah.
The Knights of Ren.
Yeah, exactly.
There
right.
are 3 of
so,
them and they're chipmunks.
So we'll like do little Kylo here.
I noticed you're making him very happy, but I guess like I always imagined he was a happy child.
Well, I think he was too. By the way,
Yeah.
his name in this show is Lil Kylo.
Lil Kylo,
L-I-L.
of course.
Yeah,
That's
Lil
actually
Kylo.
the name of the series.
So here's like his face, like a little Fairly OddParents eyebrows.
I like it.
He has like long, like rock star hair.
Beautiful hair.
Right.
I imagine that in this series, since it's from Kylo's perspective, Han Solo is like a really cruel caricature of Harrison Ford, and he just
Hey,
is always
Kylo.
like, yeah.
Kylo, get in here. It's dinner time.
His catchphrase is, "I don't understand my son," and just every episode.
That's a
that he's in.
killer catchphrase.
Yeah, I think so. They actually sell tie-in action figures.
Your
and-
mom would be very
yeah.
proud. Should I call your mom? Is everything
Please
okay?
don't.
Everything okay
I don't
at
want her
home?
to know where I am.
All right, that's fine. I just didn't know if everything was
you.
okay at home. I don't want to get the authorities involved.
I like his big head. It's good child proportion.
And you know what? At this point in Kylo's life, he's just out to have some fun
Yeah,
with
I
his
think
pals.
he's still got
Right.
that attitude.
With his chipmunk buddies.
Yeah, and
so
are the
like-
chipmunks strangely adults, or are they also children?
I think one of them could be like chip 3PO, but he'd have 3POs like a little C3PO body with a little circle.
Now, is he
here.
actually a robot, or is he just wearing a suit that emulates his hero C3PO?
That's a good question. That's a whole psychological thing we'd have to work out.
That's definitely something you'd have to have in mind before you pitch it.
We'd have to. Yeah,
I mean,
know.
I don't know if you've ever pitched a show before, but these are things you got to consider.
I know. Thank you.
Okay.
I'll have to learn that.
I'm just trying to coach you to give you some insider
So
advice.
there's like little chip 3PO, and one is just like a little triangle guy.
Okay.
I don't know. He's just like a little
like an angry bird.
Yeah, he's like an angry bird, right?
Yeah.
That's and we call this
and
dude.
kids love that. You really want to make characters that look like angry birds in every medium.
But like any angry bird, he has no arms or legs. He's
Exactly.
Just, right.
And
He's
he rolls.
I think a third friend. What would you think the third chipmunk would be?
I think the third chipmunk would just be the skull of a chipmunk, and it's actually not alive.
Just the skull of a chipmunk. Okay,
yeah.
right. Got it.
It's more like a prop.
And I can't fit Han Solo in the drawing, but I'm going to draw like a big hairy arm.
Okay, good.
Or like he's pointing.
Make sure it looks as authoritarian as possible. Yeah.
Yes, here's like a big.
Son.
Hey, get in there and wash the dishes. Oh, and his name is Han Solo.
Because you only see his hand
You
from
don't
off
see his
screen.
hand.
You don't have to pay Harrison Ford
I freaking
royalties
love
for
this.
his
I'm already
face.
loving this.
No, it works perfectly.
I don't know why we didn't think of this before. Now let's put a little title up here. So he is.
What's Kylo's catchphrase?
How about he goes, Kylo, like hello, like hello there.
Oh, Kylo there. It's like aloha.
That's
Kyloha.
That's it.
Kyloha.
Kyloha.
Yeah.
God, who
It
wouldn't
means
want,
hello and goodbye, so he can say it at the beginning and end of every episode.
who wouldn't want this show? Who wouldn't buy this? Little Kylo
Yeah, and the Knights of Ren.
and the Knights of Ren. Okay. What else?
Okay,
Anything
well,
else?
I think my favorite is Droid Detective. Now,
Droid
this is like
Detective.
Droid Detective. Now, it's one of those, like, do you see Forlo over there? One of my favorite droids.
Yes, I do.
like his, like, awkward cone head.
Yes.
I think that's the best head shape for a droid to have.
Okay.
Now, but they have very elaborate mysteries. Like, it kind of elevates its status as, like, a cartoon for kids. He perfectly explains what's going on at the end, but since he's
With
a
beeps.
droid, yeah, he's just going...
Right, exactly.
And, like, you can't tell what the mystery is unless you speak binary.
I love that.
It's great, and then it's all these extremely elaborate crimes, and then Watson goes like, "Oh, it didn't make sense before, but you've explained it so that
And
it makes
Watson's
perfect
like
sense."
Watson's like a person?
It's a person.
Or is Watson like an
Yeah.
Ewok? And he goes like,
Ooh,
he goes,
you could have
he goes,
named him
"Well,
Ewokson.
and so you don't understand the show at all, right? You understand? No,
It's
no
an
dialogue
Ewok,
is
but
understood.
weirdly he speaks in like a gentrified British accent.
He sounds like Stewie from Family Guy. I say, Droid Detective, who do you think the criminal is this week?
And they're like,
Oh, really? You think it's him?
yeah. And then the cops are hauling away the bad guy, and they're like, "Why did you do it?" And then the droid like beeps, and then the criminal just goes, "Yeah, it's exactly what he said." That's a
wait.
handsome droid.
I know, he's Droid Detective. He's got to
very
be.
dapper.
Because he gets all the droid ladies.
Yeah.
Like, who would be the ladies? Like, who would, like one of the ladies would be like Princess Leia? Would she be like one of the ladies?
It would be Princess Leia herself.
She'd say, "Help me, Droid Detective, you're my only hope."
Yes.
Right? She
that would
say
be that would be the theme song. She would be singing it like a power ballad.
We have to get funding for this. We just have to.
Yeah, and you'd have women like falling at his feet, like clutching his barrel body. And the crimes are all horribly violent. It's a lot of human trafficking,
Right.
murders.
So like maybe he like wheels through the blood and like he leaves
Yeah, and
tracks
he leaves tracks of blood, so you can
everywhere.
tell that there was a lot of blood.
I totally get it. See, we don't have to see even
without
some of the lines.
having to.
And he's got a little arm that
see
comes
it.
out of his body with a little magnifying
It's got
glass.
a magnifying glass on it.
Okay, so
Oh,
there's
he's
his
good.
there's his little magnifying glass. His Watson is sort of an Ewok.
Yeah, it's a little Ewok. It can also look like an angry bird.
Here's my Ewok.
Oh, he's so handsome.
And he's like, you know what? He is like an angry bird. He has no arms or
Yeah,
legs.
I don't like when things have arms and legs.
And maybe
It
well,
scares me.
I'm gonna draw him on like a pedestal though.
I like that. The pedestal wheels around with him.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a guy that pushes him in from off screen.
It's a bodiless Ewok.
It's Han's disembodied hand that pushes him into frame every time he appears.
Right,
And
Han's
then-
finger pushes him around.
There you go.
So we have, there it is
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, Droid Detective.
Droid.
It's important that it's a portmanteau. Okay, my next idea, I feel like Star Wars needs to really get that tween girl demographic.
Right.
You know, you have like Bratz, you have like the My Little Pony.
Yes. Yep, Powerpuff Girls.
So I thought we could do like a high school drama series about like tween girls, but it's set on
Okay.
Nalhutta, the Hutt planet.
Oh,
so,
the Hut, that's where the Huts live. I didn't know
So
that
it's
was the name
called
of the
Hutt
planet.
High. And it's about like, you know,
Everyone's a
an
Hutt.
attractive girl Hutt. So she's like a girly girl.
Got it.
She wants to be the pop star.
I'm all over this.
Her name is Jessica the Hutt.
Right.
And
See, we see these beautiful eyes. Right, beautiful girl eyes happening
she's already
here.
great. I would buy
Right.
so many dolls of her. And then it's, you know, it's just her hanging out at the mall, starting a band with
leaving
her
a
friends.
trail, leaving
they
a
always
trail
have
of
to start a band.
leaving
so
a trail
albums.
of ooze and protein behind her.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Now they have hands. Huts have hands. You know what though? She's gonna have to have a phone in her hand.
Oh yeah, of course.
She has to have a cell
you can
phone.
sell the phone. It comes with it. I
I'm
should be in
like
marketing.
I'm in the presence of greatness here.
I
This
know.
is astounding to watch.
Everyone says that comes on this show.
They just want to be
we
let
cut
out.
it out of some episodes.
I understand.
But they did all say it.
Sure.
At least once.
I believe you.
Yeah.
Now, in standard cartoon form, when it's a girl, you have to have a hair bow.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
right.
she's not female.
Oh, right, exactly.
I mean, the eyelashes help.
That's her.
And,
Wait, now, if it's a high school, though, you have to have lockers.
Yes, we need lockers behind her.
Lockers behind
That's pretty
her.
much, she only hangs out in the hallways of the school. We
Well,
never
she-
see the interior of a classroom.
Probably can't get to the door.
Yeah, no, they can't.
I wonder who she's texting.
She's texting her boyfriend, Brandon the Hut.
Brandon the Hut?
He's an artist.
Got it.
Yeah.
He's an art. I'll put a little heart up here.
So you know
A
that
hut-
she's thinking about her boyfriend.
A hut heart.
Hut heart.
See what I'm saying right there?
That was good.
There's
It wasn't
hut.
actually a pun, but it was a
I'm
good.
sorry. I'm trying.
It was a good.
I'm trying to keep up with you. I can't
I
do
know.
it. It's impossible.
It's okay. They're both short words. It's hard to combine them.
Hut High, and it says Star Wars, and that's
All the
that's
popular
Jessica,
girls are going to be
that's
watching Hut High.
Jessica Hutt right there.
Okay, my next Star Wars spin-off pitch
Okay.
is a Star Wars series where it's Danny Phantom living at home in his apartment.
Okay.
And his bride, me.
Okay.
Yeah. So I thought that for the poster for this series, to intrigue fans and get them to really want to watch, it's Danny Phantom like giving a thumbs up, and then there's a speech bubble saying, "I love my wife, Jenny."
Okay, and that'd be a great Star Wars movie.
People will see that and go, "Sold."
Who wouldn't love a Star Wars movie like
Yeah.
that? Okay.
And then in parentheses at the bottom it just says Star Wars.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I've been drawing Danny Phantom for a long time now. So he says, "I love my wife, Jenny."
Yeah, because that's how he feels.
Okay, of course.
He's very in love with me.
When did you guys get married?
We actually met in Cabo. We were both on vacation with different groups of friends.
I got it.
And we just really hit it off at the bar.
He's only
I was
14
hard
though.
to get.
Danny's only 14 though. How can he? I guess
That
because
doesn't matter.
Did he turn invisible and
He's
get
a
the drinks?
ghost. Well, no, he didn't turn invisible. He just was a ghost. And
Oh, I
like the
got it.
bartender's like,
Left?
"You look underage, but who am I to argue with a ghost?" Yeah.
So he would kind of just be floating here, I guess.
He would. I'm only attracted to him when he's a ghost.
Okay, so there's our Danny. We got our Danny going on there. Okay, there's Danny, and then I just
There
Jenny.
he is. It's not complete yet.
I got it. Well, I have to draw you. I have
Oh,
to draw,
yes,
I have to
I
draw
think
your,
so.
your very cute face.
Yep.
Let's see. Okay.
I'm just gonna stare intensely directly into your
No, don't
face.
do that. Don't do that.
That's-
You can if you
This
want.
is how I look at Danny.
Okay,
That's
so
good.
then there's your little feet. So that's you, and then it just says Star Wars down here.
Yeah, and just in parenthetical, Star Wars.
Okay, one
So,
second.
because you want to make it clear on the poster that it's a Star Wars series.
Of course, and why wouldn't?
So.
Why? Who wouldn't know that?
Don't forget my wedding band.
Yeah, I'll try and fit that in if I
Yeah,
can.
it's quite large, so.
I can't fit the wedding band in, but I will put a big diamond on your
That's
hand.
good. See,
down
that's
here.
usually all people can
How's
see
that?
because it's
Okay.
very large, so it doesn't
You got
always
that
fit
on
in
camera?
frame.
There we go. How's that? Is that good? There we go. There's the drawing. Who wouldn't love a Star Wars movie like that?
No, I would see it.
Yeah, I would see that.
Yeah.
You could fit. You could fit a whole story in there.
I think it could be as good as the Phantom Menace.
X-wing fighter. You could put R2D2
You
in
wouldn't
there.
even need that. You would just every now and then I would murmur Star Wars, but
Do your parents know you're here right now?
no,
They don't.
I haven't spoken to them in many years.
All right, good. I understand.
They
Sorry.
didn't approve of my relationship with Danny.
I'm sorry to bring up such a painful memory.
Yeah, I
didn't know.
won't let anyone get between Danny and I.
Do you want to do the voice of your own character, or do you want someone
course,
like, or do you
yeah.
want like Scarlett
It's-
Johansson to do it?
No, I'm gonna voice my own character, but I'm gonna sound different than I actually do. It's
Okay,
gonna
great.
be weird. I'm gonna be like, "Hi, I'm Jenny." I'll just sound
Oh.
like the weirdest, worst person ever.
That sounded like you still. Kind of. Sorry.
Great.
Okay, now I have a gift for you.
You do.
I brought you a gift.
Okay.
And I know you like. We were doing the fuzzy
like gifts.
creatures, like you like Ewoks and little fuzzy creatures. Well, this is a little. This is a Noog. This is from the Noog Network. Isn't he cute?
Oh my god.
I know.
It doesn't have arms.
It doesn't have arms.
That's
He's
what
like,
I like.
He has legs though.
Yeah.
I figured when I met you, I figured you would love this. Now you could pretend to like it on camera, and you could throw it away once we turn the camera.
No, I'm gonna actually keep it forever.
Well, the Noog Network is very cool because I have a lot of shows that I've already created for the network I work on, Nickelodeon, and but sometimes I'll pitch them shows and they don't want them, so I just go, okay, I'll make it myself, and so I decided to put them all in the Noog Network. I have all these cool cartoons I've done. There's like 20
Oh my
cartoons.
God.
Yeah, and there's like 10
Okay.
live action shows. It's pretty cool.
So we had a lot of good ideas for Star Wars characters and like made up stuff.
I think some of them were good.
Yeah, I think the best thing about Star Wars is like the universe is so big, you can literally just make up anything and it just seems canon.
Yeah.
right from the start. When I was at Star Wars Celebration, I actually just like tested people to see if they could figure out if I was telling them something from the canon or if I was completely making it up.
Right.
And we have a clip of it.
You have a clip?
Would you like to watch it?
I would love to.
Oh, you would?
Yes.
Let's watch it.
I would love to watch it.
Let's watch it right now.
So Star Wars has a lot of crazy names, so I'm going to test some fans and see if they can identify which names are real characters and which names I just totally made up by myself. So our first one, Nango Barless.
Made up. Negative.
I
think you made that up.
Okay, I did make that one up. Mr. Bones.
No. Oh, yep. I remember.
Mr. Bones actually is a canon droid in one
Yes!
of the new books.
Yes, you know Mr. Bones.
Lakla Mabindu.
That one I think I recognize. I feel like that is.
I'm gonna say yes, it sounds Star Wars.
It is not. I just made it up. There's no Lakla Mabindu. He's a fake man.
What about Tumpus Runks?
Compass Runks. Made up. It's ringing some kind of a bell, so I'm gonna say yes.
He doesn't exist.
Oh man.
It's easy to be convincing, apparently. How about Mama the Hutt?
Mama the Hutt. I'm gonna say no on that one, but I'm afraid it's in the cartoon.
Don't believe so?
Jabba the Hutt's real mother, Mama the Hutt.
Really?
She's a sweet lady. Makes nice quilts. And Art Bart Scrub Tub.
That's almost too weird to not be real, so.
It's made up. There's no Art Bart Scrub Tub. How about Jumbo Kale?
That one I don't recognize either.
Yeah, no, that's just the name of a type of kale. You can put it in a sandwich.
Boy, what a good clip.
It's such a good clip.
You
as far
loved
as-
it.
As far as clips go, yeah.
You were chuckling throughout the whole
yes,
thing.
only because I'm nervous.
I could tell how much you loved that clip.
I thought it was
Well, the episode's ending now.
Okay.
So I'm going to keep going, but you can leave.
great. Thank you
and
very much.
goodbye.
Okay, sorry.
Yep.
All right.
Gonna go. We're gonna air some general grievances now.
I'm just leaving then?
Yeah, you're leaving, and
I'm
we're
out.
gonna do general grievances, and you're gonna be gone during it. You are gonna be all the way gone forever.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice to meet you. I'll just get
Yep.
out. Is this the way out over here?
Yep.
All right.
All right, we have so many nice comments from my many fans. So first up, we have Mr. Laxinator. He says, Jenny is dull and charismatic at the same time. This fascinates me and makes her different from all super enthusiastic Americans. I think I like her. So that sounds like a compliment. So I'll take it as such. That might be the nicest comment I've ever gotten, which is very sad. Okay, next comment. Luke-a-lales says, give her a full-time talk show. I agree. I wish I could have a real show. Thanks. Our last comment is from Henry Viper, who has a name that sounds like a Star Wars name. He said, this entire show is dangerously close to bringing out the same rage that I feel in my bones towards teenagers outside my apartment window shouting and laughing like they aren't about to get run over by a really big truck. By the way, I drive a really big truck. So, thanks for commenting, Henry. I hope you can watch this episode from prison. And I guess that's the last comment that we have today. So, thanks again for watching, everybody. And you can check out Butch Hartman, who's, oh, right. No, I asked him to leave. Well, he has a YouTube channel. He talks about like animation and he draws stuff there. It might even be as good as watching the Millennial Falcon. So, check out his YouTube channel and Noog. Okay, bye.